Hey everyone, welcome back to HAS. So remember to take your lesson notes. Your learning intention for today is to investigate the Kokoda campaign and investigate prisoners of war, or POWs. You will be successful when you understand the Kokoda campaign in relation to Australia at war. You will understand what POWs are, and you can apply knowledge of Kokoda and POWs to create letters and a journal entry. So the Kokoda campaign ran from July 1942 until January 1943. So what was it? It was arguably Australia's most significant campaign of World War II, similar to how Gallipoli was the same for World War I. It was in Papua New Guinea, which is above Australia, part of the Pacific War. So if you have a look at the pictures, you can get a better idea. It's above Queensland. More than 600 Australians were killed in action and over 1,000 evacuated due to sickness in the treacherous conditions on the Kokoda track. About 120,000 people were engaged in fighting. The track is 96 kilometres. Why is it significant? In 1942, Papua and New Guinea were separate and a part of Australia as territories, similar to the Northern Territory. In 1942, Japan, with their imperial ambitions, invaded Papua and New Guinea in an attempt to capture Port Moresby via the Kokoda track. So remember we looked at Japan and their imperial ambitions? If the Japanese had captured Port Moresby, they could launch an invasion on the east coast of mainland Australia, but without it, they could not. Hence, Australians went to war. Sorry, I have a thing in the way. To keep Australia safe from the Japanese. So what was jungle warfare like? The soldiers faced thick jungle where the enemy was often not seen until a few metres away. On the European and African fronts, tanks, aircrafts and artillery supported soldiers, but in Papua, little of this was available, meaning they were fighting on foot. The tactics of fighting was built upon fire and movement. When attacking, one group, the rifle group, moved towards the enemy, while the other, the gun group, fired to keep enemy heads down. There was poor visibility, often dense fog and rain, meaning you would probably not know your enemy was about to kill you until he was nearly on top of you. I'm sure you can all imagine the adrenaline and the anxiety of fighting in such a way. Steep slopes, few tracks, thick jungle, and deep, treacherous streams hindered communication or access to orders. Lastly, it resembles fighting at night. Okay, so what I want you to do is, using your resource for this lesson, you're going to read the first reading. Then you're going to watch the clip titled Snapshot of the Kokoda track. Once you've done that, watch the next lesson clip.